Crimes and their punishment. Well, just so you know, for all the things I'm talking about in this video, I have written about them extensively on my personal blog. So if you would love to read into details, I encourage you to log on to www.richardamar.com. Don't forget, Amar is A-M-A-R-H. So today we are talking about 5 different types of crimes and their punishment. And the first one is abetment of suicide. Well, this can be found in section 57 of Act 29. Just so you know, Act 29 is the Criminal and Other Offences Act of Ghana, which was passed in the year 1960. Now, section 57 of Act 29 says that if you abet the commitment of a suicide, it is a crime. I've explained abetment in my previous video, so I believe you know what abetment means. But just so you remember, abetment simply means that you have helped, you have encouraged, you have assisted, you have instigated, you have commanded, you have directed somebody to do something. So when we talk about abetment of suicide, it means you have helped someone to commit suicide, or you have encouraged someone to commit suicide, or you have assisted someone to commit suicide. Now, what does the law say about abetting suicide? The law says that if you abet suicide, it is a first-degree felony. Therefore, you can potentially go into prison for life, or you could be sentenced to death. So be careful you don't help anybody to commit suicide. Number 2, I'll talk about abortion or miscarriage. Well, many people didn't know that abortion is a crime in Ghana. In fact, abortion is a crime. Section 58 of Act 29 says that if you administer a medicine, a poison, use an instrument, or you induce a fetus to be expelled from the mother, whether you have the mother's consent or you didn't have the mother's consent, you have committed a crime. Or even if it was done by the mother herself, it is a crime. Mind you, there are special circumstances under which the law would allow abortion to be done safely. But generally, abortion is a crime in Ghana, according to section 58 of Act 29. And the maximum penalty for committing the offense of abortion is 5 years in prison. So those young guys who have been doing illegal abortions in the house, please be careful. You can go to prison for 5 years if you are caught. Now, the other type of crime I'm talking about today is causing harm. Now, what is causing harm? Section 69 of Act 29 says that willfully, deliberately, or voluntarily causing a harm with an implement or by your hand to another person is an offense. Okay, so if you do anything to someone which will cause a harm or a pain to that person, you have caused harm. And according to section 69 of Act 29, you have committed a second-degree felony. Now, in Ghana, if you commit a second-degree felony, the maximum punishment you can get is 10 years in prison. So be sure you don't go about and be causing harm to people. Otherwise, you can get 10 free years in the Kulan. Now, the other one I'll talk about today is what is popularly known as FGM, female genital mutilation. Now, what is female genital mutilation? The definition, according to section 69A of Act 29, is that you have used a sharp object, a razor, a blade, a knife, or any other implement to remove either the clitoris or the fibia majora or the fibia minora. Don't ask me to describe them. The doctors know. So if you ask your doctor friend, he will explain what the fibia majora is to you. But you know what I'm talking about, the female reproductive system. If you cut any part of the female reproductive system, which we normally call female genital mutilation, in fact, you can't circumcise a girl. So don't go about and be saying you are going to circumcise any girl. It is a crime. And according to section 69A of Act 29, if you commit female genital mutilation as a crime, the minimum number of years you get in prison is 4 years. So no judge can give you less than 4 years. And the maximum that you can get is 10 years. So if you go about and you turn yourself into wanzam and be cutting people's things, please, you can go to jail between 4 years and 10 years. Finally, the last crime I'll talk about today is the use of offensive weapons. Now, when we say the use of offensive weapons, it includes using things like a wood, a stick, bottle, gun, knife, dagger, anything that you know can harm someone. If you use it in a way that you intend to harm someone with, it is an offense, and that offense is called the use of offensive weapons. Don't mistake me. Some people have license to have guns for protection and for hunting. Mind you, if you have a gun for protection, it is for your home only. You are not supposed to take it outside. If you have a gun for hunting, you cannot put that gun in your car and be driving around in town with it. You only take it into the bush for hunting. And so, if you are not using your weapon for any of these two things, even if it has been licensed, then you are using it in the wrong way. And when the law catches up with you, you could get up to life imprisonment for using offensive weapon in Ghana. So we shall end it here today. Please, any channel that you are following, you are watching me from, follow me, subscribe,